of the emergency broadcast system.
You are now witnessing the Eddie Block and Joe Show.
Yo, it's the Eddie Block Show. Drunk uncle on the side, ready, let's go. Hey, it's the Eddie Block Show. If you agree or disagree, let them know. Yo, drunk uncle, drink more. We got 2 hours to chat like strange animals. Eddie Block and drunk uncle are great hosts, and we got 50 minds for the trolls. Let's roll. Yo, it's the Eddie Block Show. Drunk uncle on the side, ready, let's go. Hey, it's the Eddie Block Show. If you agree or disagree, let them know. Yo, drunk uncle, drink more. We got 2 hours to chat like strange animals. Eddie Block and drunk uncle are great hosts, and we got 50 miles for the trolls. Let's roll. Drunk and Eddie, Carol keep him in check, along with John Wick and Steve Pence. Johnny Yuma, he got the right diet. Mr. Nice Guy looking heavy, I might try it. Maddie, Courtney, and Evil Knievel, we all know the Lord is coming back for his people. Come get some Jay, yeah, trade for Trump. We all love Willow Pie, Britt got the plug. What's up to Kim Tone? I got to say hello to Julius Newman, Ringo Brothers, me Pato. Emily Graham, got the Linko like Pronto. Jim Bob's a silly guy, Deborah's head honcho. Gene Spratt and Gene Smith, don't confuse him. Boris might snap off, he's sick of this looting. Richard will pull up and give retribution. So Tom break of Dawn and the Susan. Solomon, following Patriot movements. Brianna, the truth, music like Susan. Danny Huddy, saying what's up on the daily now. No, we don't play around. These minds just might lay you out. If you wild out, Carol will put you in time out. You can come test the chat and find out. Antifa, BLM, you can ride out. Yo, it's the Eddie Block Show. Drunk uncle on the side, ready, let's go. Hey, it's the Eddie Block Show. If you agree or disagree, let them know. Yo, drunk uncle, drink more. We got 2 hours to chat like strange animals. Eddie Block and drunk uncle are great hosts, and we got 50 miles on the trolls. Let's roll. What's up, Carla, Andy in Colorado, Nagasaki, Dara, Nicole.
Hey, where else we gotta share in that?
Americans got rides of Harley. Ill MAGA sheepdog, I never sorry. Listen, the future, Matt Rogers and AI. We all got bread to kill and we stay fly. Ryder and AAL are here. Yo, drunk uncle, slam another beer. Nordic, Teresa, and Josephine, all patriots, yeah, we know the team. ES brothers keeping their eyes peeled. Biden sucks, yeah, we seen the steal. Lisa D and AJ Alexander, my love and my mini-me, you my man, bro. Penelope, DJT, and Sugar, and Brownie, and Panda, and Rooster. Bree and Al from Idaho. Downs and Dorothy, ain't no rhinos. Everybody in the chat, no shady links. If I write another verse, Corey's paying me. Agent Marine, Offlet, David Aguilar. Yeah, we some mega stars. Eden, Daisy, and Kelly. Titty 1, titty 2, it's time to rally. Yo, it's the Eddie Block Show. Drunk uncle on the side, ready, let's go. Hey, it's the Eddie Block Show. If you agree or disagree, let them know.
I gotta make more friends on True Social.
We got 2 hours to chat like strange animals. Eddie Block and drunk uncle are great hosts, and we got 50 miles for the trolls. Let's roll.
In fact, I gotta share a news article with you guys.
Show. Drunk uncle on the side, ready, let's go. Hey, it's the Eddie Block Show. If you agree or disagree, let them know. Yo, drunk uncle, drink more. We got 2 hours to chat like strange animals. Eddie Block and drunk uncle are great hosts, and we got 50
Let me
miles
show
for
you
the
guys.
trolls.
What's up,
Let's
Independent?
roll.
What's up?
EddieBlockFilms, 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 EddieBlockFilms.
What's going on, everybody? Y'all having a good night tonight? It's Thursday. It's the big old Thursday. Damn, Donnie went for a little walk today without me. Little brat. He ain't supposed to be doing that.
You a fool for this one, man. Mr. Nice Guy. Proud boy. Yeah, I'm a proud boy.
It took off on me today.
Tell y'all, the movement is here, baby. We here. Keep on watching. Keep on listening.
Yeah, hit that like button. Thank you, Sagittarius Dad. Thank you. Oh, it's definitely a good vibe in here.
2021.
Definitely a good vibe.
Trump's coming back, baby. Conservative.
Hell, you know what? Happy Thursday. You forgot the one in the chamber. Oh, thank you very much, Independent. His name is Donald J. Trump. He's a little brat today, though. He made Dad have to go I don't know how he got off his lead today. What a brat. What a brat. So, like, 2 weeks ago, across the creek from me, there's a dog, and she got loose, and she came over here and visited Donnie. So then Donnie realized she was over there, so she kept freaking breaking. He would break out to go see her. And then, I thought I had the fence all fixed, and he found another hole, and I haven't had time to fix it yet. So I put him back on his long, 100-foot lead, and I looked down on the ground, and there's his lead, but no Donnie. And I'm like, how did he get off of this thing? So he was all the way across there again. He went to go see Dagger, his little girlfriend over there. Little brat. What's up, Snookies? What's up, Snookies? So he's a brat. He's a big-time brat. You know what? I'm going to show you a post. So, the president... Let me text somebody. I'm going to show you guys a story. But if I can get this person that's on the story to come do an interview real quick. Okay, are you on Discord? And are you busy for a quick interview? You guys know my girl Jen Lowe, right? You guys remember Jen Lowe? When we were in Washington, D.C., you saw her with me. We hung out in Washington, D.C. You saw me with her in Portland a couple times. Cool chick. She's on the Washington Post today. So, we might show you that article. So, yeah. Actually, you know what, guys? If you like Donald J. Trump, do me a favor. Hit that like button. You know why we have so little people watching this all the time? Is because every single day YouTube wants to block me and ban me and stuff like that. So, okay, Brownie, come say hi, sweetheart. Come on. Brownie wants to say hi to everybody real quick. Say hi, Browners. Huh? Brownie, whenever Johnny gets out, she goes and helps me. She helps me pick him, get him back. She'll go with me. She's like, because she likes it. She gets treats. So I'll give her a treat, and then Donnie will get pissed off. See him? He heard the word treat. He's like, Dad, what? Treat? No, you don't get a treat today. You don't get a treat today. You know he will. Spoiled. I spoil my dogs. Anyways, so, guys, we've been talking. It's been in the news. They've been talking about college, and paying off college. I want to bring up a different topic that I think we should talk about colleges. They've made it so easy to get in college. I got a college degree. But when I was in college, we had to do things called peer reviews, like you're in English class and you got to do a peer review. And I'm reading some of these other kids' papers, and I'm like, how did you guys get into college? I mean, kids can't spell, they don't know how to use there, I mean, it's crazy. They don't know how to, when to use the your with the apostrophe RE. It's like, how did you kids get into freaking college? Well, you know how they got into college? Because, I know Drunk Uncle doesn't like Carlos Mencia, but he tells a story. He's like, because we kept lowering the bar. The bar is so low now that anybody gets into college and anybody gets a fucking degree, right? Now think about the world. What's up, big tech? So think about the world, guys. Why do certain things cost more than other things? For scarcity, right? Your kid wants, let's say, I don't know, what do I have here? Your kid wants a widget. We'll do the general widget. What's up, David Aguilar? So your kid wants this widget, right? You go to the store, and there's none left, right? It's a $20 item. So you go on eBay, you go on Amazon, you look around for it. It's not on Amazon, but you find it on eBay, but it's $100. Why is it $100? Because that eBay seller was smart. They knew that toy was going to be the big hit for Christmas. So they went and bought a whole boatload so they can sell it to you, right? For a lot more than what they paid for it. Called capitalism. They're smart people. Now let's move that to education, right? when everybody and anybody can get a get a college degree, that little piece of paper isn't worth as much anymore now, is it? And you start wondering, well, how come I'm not making a whole boatload of money? How come, like I was married to a woman that has two college degrees and she was barely making minimum wage. You know why? Because college degrees aren't what they used to be. Your kid wouldn't get a widget then. But I mean, think about it, guys. Think about it. If there's millions of people out there in the market that have college degrees, then their job is no longer, the value of, what companies are willing to pay is not as high. When you only have one person interviewing for a job, you're like, well, shit, I got to pay them good so they'll take the job. But when you got 10,000 people applying for one job, guess what happens? All of a sudden it turns into, well, what can you offer me? Well, this guy over here, he'll do the job for 10 cents an hour cheaper than you will. Oh, you'll do it for 11? Then they go back to that person. That's why your people aren't making as much anymore. College degrees aren't worth anything. You know what is worth? Trade schools. That's what, I was a plumber. I was making $106 or $104 an hour in 2008 as a plumber. That's a lot of freaking money, right? That's a lot of money. Everybody's got to go to the bathroom. And nowadays, it's even worse nowadays because, people don't want to be plumbers. You're like, ew, I wouldn't do that job. I'm like, I'm going to make $104 an hour. Thank you for not wanting to do that job. So just think about that, folks. We gotta work on our education system, right? How many people deleted their PayPal and Venmo accounts today? I haven't yet. Are they still doing that stuff to where they're hitting people? They're hitting people. What do I use? I can't delete mine still. I gotta wait for something. I have a credit card with them, so I gotta pay that off in order to shut it down. Which I could. You do awesome, Big Tech. Good for you, man. Or female, whatever you are. Good for you. Snooks, it's sad that people are going in debt for a higher education that's the equivalent of the education 20 years ago, right? I mean, dude. And I'm going to tell you, online classes. We're in trouble now. Hot damn's in here. But online classes, holy jeez. You're not learning in online classes. That's why I never took on. I took them and I hated them because I cheated. There's a little website called Quizlet. You go to it, they'll tell you the questions and the answers. What's up, Sneaky Pete? And that's the other thing too. Now, kids are like relying just, what's up, Aiden? Kids aren't learning anymore. Everything's everybody else's fault, and it's getting old. Real quick, I just saw Sneaky Pete and Sagittarius is in here. So yesterday we played some songs on here, and we were talking about how many different copyright notifications I was going to get yesterday. So, or actually, you know what? I can show you a different way. I won't show you my emails. We can go here. We can go to my YouTube studio. We'll go to my notifications. How many do you guys think last night? How many notifications do you think I got last night from YouTube on my copyright strikes? Or not strikes. These aren't strikes. We didn't play the whole song. Channel violation. Important notifications. Here we go. 38. You received a copyright claim on October 26th. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I just got to keep looking through them. If they're all the same date, that's how many I got. I didn't think we played 38 songs yesterday. Did we play that many? 34, 35, 36. No. Okay, so we got 35 copyright claims yesterday. Just for playing a tiny little snippet. A tiny little snippet of songs. Fuck YouTube, right? All right. So I'm going to show you guys a video. Speaking of college, my friend, you guys remember him? You guys remember Prudent Patriot? You guys all know him. He's the one that went to the school board and called them all a bunch of cucks. You know, remember him? Jeffrey Perrine? So Jeff Perrine, he went to UC Davis the other night to a turning point meeting last night at UC Davis. So if you don't know where UC Davis is kind of, it's like between Sacramento and San Francisco. It's a university, so you know they're liberal. But yeah, let's show you this little video of what he had happen. It's a real short video.
This is what happens, CTP USA events. We can't even come out here and support freedom of speech.
Fucking destroyed my phone.
This young girl was maced outside of a UC Davis event. Here at the MAGA Hulk event.
Looks like they're fighting in back of there.
Property.
They broke her property just simply for being a conservative.
And they don't even know I'm a conservative.
They maced everybody here.
Miss you too, Aiden.
They maced everybody here.
What's up, Betty White?
Huh?
Should I call the cops?
I would. They're not going to come because they know we're here. They want us to fight them.
Wait, I'm sorry, I can't. Can you please put 6233 on it?
So they're both choking on mace right now.
Can you please put it?
Style.
Just because they're conservative, they got sprayed with mace.
You should really come with us. You should.
I'm in TPS.
So that's what happens. And here, I'm going to give you the link to this, guys. Go check out Jeff. He is like 18 subscribers. He is 14 subscribers. He's 14 subscribers from 1,000. Guys, do me a favor. Give Jeff a like over there. Subscribe to his channel.
This is what happens.
And let me show you some of the stuff Jeff does. You guys will remember. Here, I'll show you some of his most memorable stuff. Where was it? Oh, here's another one.
Out here at UC Davis, the MAGA Hulk
it's
event.
the same one.
Antifa started macing people. They've got the wall set up. Out here at UC Davis, the MAGA Hulk event.
Oh, so MAGA Hulk was there. That's another reason why. Let's see what else happened over there. Did I post a link?
Are you all right? What happened? Did you get maced? Did you get maced by Antifa? What happened? What happened? She does. She got maced by Antifa.
Fucking idiot!
Yes.
Oh, this is the same girl. Oh man, I need to plug in my.
I'm telling you, shit. Are you all right?
So yeah, so this was the other night. Let's see. But you got. Let me show the video. Where was it? It was a couple. How long ago was it when he went in front of the board of education and called them all a bunch of cucks? Where was it? Oh, here it is, in front of Roseville.
Local resident. It infuriates me being here. It's starting for a while.
He's up to 990, guys. Come on, I need 10 more people to like his channel.
I'm seeing boards acting just like you guys.
10 more people. Do me a favor. Go like his channel.
You know, we can't stand up for the kids. There's this law. It's not a law. I mean, we can't repeat it enough. I've heard everyone in here saying the same thing. Mandate is not a law. You understand?
Let me text him right now.
Law enforcement. There's no mandate enforcement except for you people, okay? This is where we have law enforcement officers for a reason, to protect and serve, correct? We elect officials to do what we ask them to do as a community. You have never seen groups
Thank you,
of
Hot
people
Damn.
here consistently saying the same thing over and over and over like this, ever. If you don't pick up the common message that's being reiterated over and over and over, something's going on, okay? Someone needs to look at these
Right here,
people,
guys.
these parents like me.
That's his channel.
My child will never be told to wear a mask, suffocate themselves, so they can go to school and be indoctrinated by some crazy progressive, okay? This is very political. I'm starting to notice it's political. I don't ever hear anybody in these rooms go, man, my history teacher was telling me about civics, makes me wear a mask all day. No. It's the libtards. It's the progressives.
I want you to like this guy that's speaking right now, Betty White. Here's the link.
Do something about it, or we will.
Oh, he just sent me a new link. This guy right here. This is my buddy Jeff. Let's see, where are we at right now? Okay, we're up to 994. So we let's see. Only 6 more. We only need 6 more, guys. Come on, get Jeff up there. What did he just send me? Did he just send me the video from last night? Yeah.
This is what happens.
Okay, so that's what he sent me from last night. Yeah, the Prudent Patriot. His name is Jeff Perrine. Jeff Perrine. It's California, Charles. And you can't take guns on a you cannot take guns onto a school campus like that. You'd be in a lot of trouble. All right, we only need 4 more people, guys. 4 more people. If you can just subscribe to Jeff, he will love it. He'll love you guys. You're gonna love the content that Jeff puts out. Prudent Patriot. The link's right there. Let's see what else I can show you of his that like the kind of stuff Jeff does. Let's see. Here we go. You'll like this one too.
My name is Jeffrey Perrine. I'm a resident. I lived in the Rockland area for 7 years. I thought this was a conservative area. When I see members of the board of the school,
we're at 996 right now.
The way they think, I'm disgusted. This is exactly why my kids are at home, homeschooled, staying away from people like you. They want to poison their minds and think that there's something they should fear. You guys are like the boogeyman. You're creating hysteria, and you're creating a generation of children with social anxiety. You're going to create an entire generation of pill-popping junkies. And this is going to be your doing, because they have no idea what other people's faces and smiles look like. They're going to grow up in a world of angry, bitter people, pissed off citizens who have no idea. This mouth plays a major role in nonverbal communication. I've taken psychology classes. I went through the indoctrination camps. I got my bachelor's degree from Sac State, okay? I went to Sierra College. I made it through. And you know what? I learned that there are people who will stand up for the kids, and there's people like you. People that pretend like you stand up for the kids because you want the paycheck, you want the cool name. You're president. Well, I'm president too, bro. We're both the president of the group. Congratulations. But I stand up for the kids. That's the difference. I stand up for the kids in the community. I put my life on the line for these kids. I stand up for everybody's kids in all the communities. You understand? I don't do it on a 9-to-5 basis. I do it Monday through Sunday, 12 to 12.
That's his Proud Boy. He's a Proud Boy.
It's sad you beta males let these women lead by example, okay? Because I'll tell you right now, you sad little betas, you are seen as weak, minuscule men. And I tell my boy men like you, those aren't men. You understand? You will be weak, minuscule men the rest of your lives, and I'm not going to let you influence the other boys in this community to be little cucks. You understand? This is a city of men, not betas, non-gender identified people. You understand? Okay? There are men and there are women. And there are betas and there's alphas. And this Omicron crap is a joke. Take the mask off, take a deep breath.
Hey, there he is right now. The Prudent Patriot's in here, guys.
Okay? And another time, to stop poisoning our children's brains.
Love you too, man.
This is psychological damage. And I know you're looking at me, bro.
You know what? Hold on, Jeff.
You know it. You're
want me to call you real quick?
On this, and it's going to bother you. And I'll be back in 2 weeks, bro. I'll be back every 2 weeks. Because I own my own business. I homeschool my kids. And I can do that. Because no one else signs my checks. You understand?
We're at 997.
And you best bet.
All right, we got to get 3 more, guys. We got to hit them. We got to get 1,000.
There's going to be no easy peasy election next time. You understand? There's going to be at least 2 or 3 of you for each position. It is a whitewash. You guys are toast. You'll not allow for this. I don't care what you've done in your community. Because this is enough. You can go do all the good you want, but when you poison my kid's mind, it's done. Okay? You crossed the line. So I'm letting you know, we're pissed, and it's enough.
All right, guys, here we go. Let's see, where is he at now? He is at...
My name is Jeremy.
Okay, we're at 998. Give me 2 more likes on his page, guys, and then view to him. He needs the views so he can go live. Jeff is awesome. We're going to call Jeff right now. Jeffrey Perrine is the man of all men. We're giving him a call right now. It's kind of good because I haven't talked to him in a little bit. Let's see. It should be ringing.
I love you, Eddie. You're the best, buddy.
Man, I love you too, man. Fucking hooroo,
Like I
man.
said,
I cannot.
hooroo, buddy.
So what happened last night in Davis, man?
So what they showed was absolute garbage, and it was pure propaganda. And it's actually the first time I've been witness to and participated in absolute falsehoods put on by the media. I mean, I've had a little bit of like slant, but never have I had what I saw last night, which was or 2 nights ago, was when I went in with my friends, okay, from the local chapter we're in, and we had tickets to Eventbrite, and we had the ability to go in and view the show. And before we were even able to enter, as we were walking up to the barricades, they obviously started screaming out, you know, the group that we're with, you know, the one that gets us banned everywhere. Yeah. They start screaming out, there they are, there they are. And I mean, we weren't even doing anything. We weren't carrying any flags. We weren't doing anything other than just wearing the typical colors, which I wasn't. I was wearing a suit. I had slacks. I had loafers on. I mean, I was dressed nice. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't wearing battle fatigues like I'm known for doing when I know where I'm going to go engage the enemy. Right. I knew it was Davis, but I thought Turning Point, being as it was on a campus, we would have the right to hear them, maybe be bombarded on the way out. But when we showed up, it was immediately, as soon as we got within 2 feet away, they pulled out bear mace. They maced everybody, and they beat up a young girl. They maced her. They broke her phone. They assaulted everybody around. And then the news reported that we went and attacked Turning Point. So I'm actually like flabbergasted as to what has gone on, because when I saw, CBS News 13 Sacramento reports today that we attacked MAGA people. And so we're basically anti-MAGA now, and we're anti-conservative, and we're just considered extreme. So it's like, I think they're trying to drive the wedge between the conservative party even more, you know?
Yeah. And, so, and I mean, you can say your group if you want to. I don't know if you're keeping it quiet or not, but I know your group, and you guys are more MAGA than anybody I've ever met in the world.
Well, yeah,
you know?
see, and that's the problem, though, is like we've got a lot of people in the community, though, that have labeled us a domestic terrorist group or whatever. So we're in this position where the normies have been baited into the media's propaganda, and they fall for it, right? So when they're sitting there telling people that we show up, they automatically assume that because we're there and we're actually like trying to enjoy a show, that we're already coming to start fights and cause problems, and they think we brought weapons. Not a single one of us had a weapon. Not a single one of us even had goggles on, except for me, because I knew when I left they would probably mace me because I'm a well-known face and they target well-known people. So I had them on, and I'm the only one of my members that didn't get sprayed in the eyes because I had goggles on. So we were not prepared. We were not there to engage. We were there to watch a show and listen to what the Hulk had to say.
Yeah.
And we weren't even allowed to get to the gate. They had cattle gates set up for filing people into a line, which in reality, looking back on it now, it's the same thing as leaving a pile of bricks during election day. Right. Yeah. So we show up and Antifa has weapons. They're basically just standing there with cattle gates and attacking us, you know, and they were able to use these barricades to block the gates, and security stood there and did nothing. They apparently had security there that was supposed to keep the violence down, and they never even stepped forward. They just stood 100 yards behind the Antifa and let them throw projectiles and everything, you know, and then they use snippets on the media or on the news and say that we showed up, we sprayed them with mace. They said that we used the barricades. They said everything that they did, they said we did.
Wow.
You know, and it's
typical
sucks.
News. Typical news. I mean, we deal with that all the time, especially in Sacramento. I mean, they hate us all over there, you know?
Well, it's McClatchy. I'm realizing that these communists, and that's why they really are targeting me, is because I call them out. I don't play anymore. I know that the communists are the ones that are in charge, and they're running things and destroying stuff, and I call them out for who they are, and they don't like it because I address my enemy straight on, and so they try to label me and slander me, and they know it doesn't work. So now they're just trying to use low-life tactics. I mean, to try to take, like the guy hit me up, CBS 13 News asked me for footage. He goes, hey, can I have permission to use this footage? And I said, sure, you can use that footage. Just make sure that you give me credit, which they did. But what did they do? They ended up muting the girl's voice, so you couldn't hear her when she said she was attacked by Antifa.
Of course.
And then they unmuted her when she says, they broke my phone and they maced me. And so the narrative looks like she's telling them that she was maced by the Proud Boys. You know, she was, when in reality, as the Proud Boy was leading her to safety. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you were helping her out. You're like, come with me, I'll take care of you, you know?
Yeah, and they completely turned it. And I was the only person she felt safe with. Before I was recording, she was begging me to get her out of there to safety. She said she didn't even know what to do.
Yeah.
She was literally like, for me, being a father, it was like having my daughter in college. And I felt lightweight. You could almost probably hear it in my voice if you noticed. I was very distraught by the fact that these people were assaulted. It was the first time I had ever witnessed innocent victims, kind of like what happened to Gene and Lindsay back in the Bay Area back in the day, right? When they were just there and Antifa walks up and maces a 75-year-old woman just because, right? Like that type of stuff, it's starting to become more rampant and normal, and the violence, they've completely normalized the violence on campus. And so, what they do, they scapegoated the PBs and said that we were the ones that attacked people, which is a complete falsehood. It's all lies. Yeah. You know?
And like, once again, dude, don't you, like, I learned my lesson. Remember what happened on January 6th? You know, they said, hey, can I use your footage? They said, as long as you do me nice. And what did they do? They faked it like I did an interview with them. You know, they faked the whole fucking thing. It's just the way the news is.
We already know, dude, there's a certain point, too, where, like, they're going to do and say whatever they want to say, and we're so little that our message is never disseminated. It wouldn't even matter if you didn't, which I guarantee you didn't, right? I've never thought that you were. I don't care, Eddie. You are Eddie Block to me, bro. You're a media guy. You're a friend. You're a good guy. And so, like, I've never thought you did anything to get anybody in trouble. I think that you've done your best to defend yourself and us. And the media has used their giant voice to hold people down. And that's the problem, is it just shows you with the magnification, the ability to just silence the normal person. And the people that don't know you or ever have the ability to talk to you are going to believe what they see on TV.
Yeah.
You know?
And you know how we fix that, guys? You got to start running for some kind of office, which Jeff is running for office right now. So you want to tell them about what you're running for up there in the Northern California, Jeff?
Sure. Yeah, I'm running for the school board, District 5, San Juan Unified School District. I'm running in a district that I went to school in. My children go to school in. I ran for assembly versus Josh Hoover and Ken Cooley this year. I was able to get around 6,300 votes. So I figured I could utilize some of the name recognition and move it over from the assembly run to school board.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to make a difference at a local level, not necessarily the large scale California, but
that's the most important part. That's the most important part.
I can affect curriculum. I can affect the hiring. I can affect those types of things. So when I realized that local is the way to go, and which is what the left has been doing. I mean, the women on the board, there's one who's endorsed by the Sunrise Movement, which is the same group that got AOC and Ilhan Omar and Rashid Tlaib elected. Wow. So it's getting real, man. Like, it's getting to the point where known, in my opinion, terroristic groups are at the school board level like they say we are, right? So they say, oh my God, Jeff Perrine, the PB's running. Well, I'm only running because Antifa are teachers.
Yeah.
If I wasn't seeing teachers with sickles and hammers tattooed on their chest, with this crazy cultism going on, I would be doing what I always did, just sitting at home, raising my kids, running my business, right?
Yeah.
But I've been forced to do this because they're failing my kids. They're failing your kids in your community. And I just got fed up. And so I don't have a lot of money. So what I've been doing is just walking. And every weekend for the last 3 or 4 weekends, because it's getting close to election time, pretty much since ballots went out, I've been walking for about 12 hours a day on the weekend, and I go walk and I knock on every single door in my community. Yeah. And I've literally walked around and introduced myself to maybe 2,000 people, and I've done my best to just introduce myself and try to overcome the stigma and overcome the lies and the ridicule that the media has put on me, and tell people, because they're like, we've gotten flyers about you, Jeff. So I'm even running for school board, and the enemy is spending money to slander me to voters.
Yeah.
And they're going, well, they say you're a racist, they say you're prejudiced, they say you're a Nazi, and they go, what do you say about that? You know, so it's like it gives me an opportunity to basically explain myself, but it sucks because I am fighting uphill. I'm fighting a battle against a machine. You know what I mean? They grind us up and spit us out.
And what's even worse is the Republican Party is not even helping you, I'm guessing, because they kicked you out before, right?
Well, what's crazy about that, Eddie, is they actually endorsed my opponent, who I went to high school with. She and I went to the same high school. She ran as a normal person. And when I found out that she was running last minute, I had a meeting with her. I said to her, hey, listen, chances are you're going to get grabbed up by the GOP simply because they hate me. And within a week, within 1 day of her signing the paperwork, the GOP said they're endorsing my opponent. So they automatically grabbed her up, gave her money, get her all over the newspaper, getting her radio interviews, getting her endorsed by all these GOP people. But if anybody understands why we're in this messed up position, it's because of the California GOP and those rhinos and the neocons, right? We need to stop listening to these GOP people who have led us the wrong direction. I don't get why people who love MAGA or love America or whatever, First Amendment, Second Amendment, listen to the GOP who's allowed for open borders and this LGBT cult, because the GOP does not let you talk bad about LGBT and BLM. And that's where I, as a parent, am concerned about critical race theory and this race baiting in schools. Yeah. So I'm getting in there and I'm going to stand the ground for we Christian white people. And I openly say it. It's not like I'm a racist, but when we're 63% of the population still, am I supposed to ignore 2/3 of our population?
Right. No, you're not.
You know, so someone needs to defend them, and they don't like that because I am.
Freaking, it's all Jessica Patterson, you know? And so let me tell you something, guys, and Jeff will probably back me up on this. From what I heard about the Republican Party of California is they have all these, you don't have to be there to vote, right? So you can give your vote to somebody else, and then they vote a certain way. And so
they have delegates, and they sell these tickets, these little voter things, and they give them out. And that's how Brian Dolly got his basically how he got in, his wife, right? It's the same. It's pay to play, dude.
Yeah,
I've noticed that every single thing is they gave $44,000 donation, and suddenly Brian Dolly gets the nomination.
Yeah.
So it just shows you, if you've got money, you can, and just like Travis Allen when he lost to Jessica, remember? Mm-hmm. There was no way Travis Allen lost to Cox or Jessica.
Yeah.
But the establishment has their claws everywhere, and when they show up to the Hilton and they give everybody $1,000 for their vote, people hand over their delegate.
Yeah.
And that's what happens.
It's bullshit. Yeah. Yeah, I went down to their event. I went to their event in Anaheim almost a year ago now. It's a joke. It's a joke. You know?
Yeah, it's sad, man. So how are things in Fresno politics? I heard you guys have someone pretty bad down there as well.
Oh yeah, we got a lot of bad people down here. We got freaking I'm up in the mountains, so I'm all in conservative land up here, so that's great. But down there, we got Jim Costa. You know, he's an awful fucking he's our congressman down there. Worst congressman in the world. Yeah. Luckily, I have McClintock. McClintock's my congressman. Love that guy. He speaks out. He does
you got
good.
Tom. I forgot. Tom was next to me over here. That's crazy. He moved. I forgot.
Yeah. He's down. His office is up by you, but his district is here, which I find kind of funny. But still, whenever I've called Tom's office, they've always taken good care of me. So, definitely we have a good congressman here. We have good county supervisors here. They're all Republicans, except for one that's running right now. He's a rhino. He says he's a Republican, but he only became a Republican a year and a half ago. So.
I think that's who my friends were telling me that they were going to go do a banner drop about down in Fresno today.
Yeah, probably. So
yeah, I heard Rhino.
Oh yeah, there's rhinos everywhere nowadays, you know, and that's what we got to be scared about. Like, you know, they're talking about this Tulsi Gabbard, you know, oh, you know, she's no longer a Democrat. Well, what if she's just doing that because she knows this election cycle is going to be a red wave, you know? It's scary to think about, you know, because these guys think ahead. They plan for everything.
We have to realize, too, that Tulsi Gabbard is World Economic Forum. Okay, World Economic Forum is the same people Klaus Schwab runs with Justin Trudeau and all these other people like Lucinda Jardine down in, you know, down there, wherever, Newfoundland or New Zealand. Mm-hmm. You have these people, Dan Crenshaw, he's World Economic Forum. You have the guy that just took over as Prime Minister of the UK that's World Economic Forum. Everybody that's evil and corrupt that's shutting people down are World Economic Forum. And Tulsi Gabbard is simply playing a role. And I saw her the other day say something about how she was only featured on World Economic Forum's website and she doesn't know why. Of course you were.
Yeah.
You just realized we found out you're evil. You're just pretty with a nice mouth and tongue, right? She speaks very well and she's pretty. So she wins a lot of people's vote. But you have to understand, if you stand for Agenda 2030 or 2025, that is the end of the human race, and that's the World Economic Forum.
Yeah.
You know? And so, yeah, I think she's causing a divide within the movement, almost like the MAGA movement was for the Republicans, right?
Yeah.
And it'll be the DNC split, almost like the Bernie bros, right? Because where's Bernie? You're not hearing anything about Bernie. So we need this new branch off of. And so you're right. Politics is getting crazy right now.
It is.
But I just really appreciate you helping me, because if I can start going live and doing things and exposing different events, places, it'll make it much easier. It's like I'm not really trying to do it for any other reason than just be able to participate in journalism again, because they made that rule for a reason, you know, because everybody was going live and they couldn't stop when someone was going to go live and disseminate information. It's a lot harder to go viral from a video you recorded than when you're out and about, like riots that break out or whatever, and you're able to go live. That is what, like you do, right? How you travel the country and they can't stop you, right?
Well, they do. They do their best. They kick me off at least once a month, almost. It seems like.
Well, I assume I got banned for simply doing a live video and mentioning the, you know, the special sauce they're forcing us all to take to go to school and stuff.
Yeah.
And how I said I didn't believe it was healthy, and that got me banned. I couldn't believe it. I was like, they have AI looking at you, and then you have bots, and then you have the left
that watches. Yeah.
Correct.
Oh, and so remember the time you were on my show and you read the back of a mask. We won't say what you said, but remember you read the back of a mask and they kicked me off for you reading what's exactly stated on a mask. And they called it medical misinformation, but it's on the mask, written and printed. That's how bad they want to get rid of us.
Today, Eddie, I went into a Department of Health office to get some paperwork. And simply going into this office, I didn't need to talk to a worker. They sent me something and I wanted to know why they were sending it to me. And so I walked in to ask, okay? And the cop says, Jeffrey, you need to wear a mask. And I said, no, I don't. And he says, then leave. And I said, no, I'm not leaving. This is a public. We got into it. You know what I'm saying? And I said, you've got to understand, man, I'm not going to compromise my values for some crooked person. And that's where we've gotten to, is just there are people that are going to stand up for you and stand up for, you know, the fight. And then there's other people that will just sit by and watch. Yeah. And I'm not the type of person that's going to sit back and watch things, you know, go down, dude. And so I'm just going to give my all. I'm going to continue to fight, and I'm going to, I don't know.
That's why I love you, brother. I mean, ever since I've known you, you've been quick-witted, but you come quick-witted with the truth, you know, and you fight the good fight, you know. You're doing it for your kids. You homeschool your kids. You do everything you can to take care of your wife, your kids, you know, everything. And it's an honor to be able to say that we're friends. So
yeah, dude, you're awesome, bro. Like I said, it's been a while since we've talked, but it's like I said, we always leave off where we were, which is how you know when people are friends, because nothing's really changed, dude. Like I said, it's the best of stuff. And thank you for helping me get to where I need to be.
Yeah, you're at 1,000 now.
Get my numbers. You know
so now, guys, what Jeff needs, he has 1,000 viewers now, but he's got to get to 4,000 watch hours. So just watch one of his videos every once in a while. You know, hit that notification bell, and when he puts up a new video, I guarantee you it's going to be gold. Because Jeff only
There's some
shows
great
us the
ones
gold.
on there. If you go back to, I mean, honestly, I've only posted stuff that was genuinely viral. And most of the time when I do something, I don't go out and post stuff. I guess that's because I can't go live and just put everything online like I was.
Yeah.
But stuff is a lot more genuine, right? So you see encounters with police, you see different protests firsthand, where you see me engaging a lot with law enforcement. I mean, I do it all over the place. I guess I'm almost like a First Amendment auditor, because it really turns me off when the police want to defy me and they want to deny me things and they want to basically violate your rights, you know, because they're the only ones that can, right, is the government and law enforcement.
Yeah.
So I put a lot of videos up like that, but I want to do more lives. I want to start getting on and going live with people again and talking about different subjects and engaging in things and having like a discussion.
Heck yeah, man.
That would be great.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sounds good, man. You got to do it. You definitely, like I'm seeing here you with Roger Stone. I remember that day because we were there in Las Vegas together. And you helped me do Frontline America show.
We got to meet the Bundys. We got to meet all kinds of good people that day, dude. Ammon's running now. I saw he's running for governor.
Yeah, I saw that too.
So
yeah, we met a lot of cool people that day, and we had a lot of fun.
A lot of our brothers are also in jail from that time.
Yeah,
I'm looking at all those photographs, and majority of those guys we partied with are sitting in prison.
Yeah, I know. In fact, you know, did you hear what they did to Joe the other day?
Biggs?
Yeah.
No.
So, you know, he's twice recipient of the Purple Heart, meaning he was wounded in battle twice. They took away his military benefits because of January 6th, and he hasn't even been freaking found guilty on no charges whatsoever. But they take away his military benefits that's paying to help his daughter live right now. Is that bullshit or what?
And they do that simply. Is that like normal for other people in the military that mess up to have happen?
Nope. No.
So it's like a big deal that they're taking his benefits.
It's a huge deal. The lawyers fought it.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, the lawyers fought it and stuff. And so you know Michael Graves, right, from the Misfits?
Yes.
So he's going around right now doing shows and donating a lot of the money to help pay for the legal fees for Joe. So
Jesus Christ, dude.
Yeah, it's rough. In fact, like they just told me, you know, I got to go testify for Joe, right? I'm one of me and Michael Graves and Gavin are all testifying in his favor, and like they're like, we don't even have enough money to help you guys get over here. So I'm like, well, you don't got to pay me, bro. You know, it's Joe. I'll go do it. So you know that's what we're doing.
Are you kidding me that the government doesn't fund a witness to come defend?
On the defense side, no.
What?
No.
So the government can use our tax dollars to screw you over, but you can't use tax dollars to defend yourself. Yep. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you're arrested in a state you're not from, you're just SOL?
Pretty much, yeah.
Gotcha. So he's just sitting in a D.C. jail, and he's unable to defend himself. Now they financially ruined him. Gotcha. This just sounds like absolute wonderful stuff. Wonderful news to hear this.
Yeah.
Like, this is clearly America still, right?
Yeah. So spread the word, because there's a page they can donate to help and stuff. God Rides a Harley wants me to ask you, have you ever heard of mass formation psychosis?
I have.
Yeah. What do you want to know about it, Gra? He just said, ask if you know about it. That's all he said. So.
Yeah, I've seen the video about it. I mean, I've seen a few different versions of it where they talk about how people, it's almost like you just go along. It's almost like when you just go along to get along, right? You see the groups of people doing things. I mean, it's almost like the description of why they say people did nothing when everyone was getting on rail cars, apparently, right? If the Jews were getting on the railroad cars, everyone asks why. Well, it had to have been mass psychosis of some kind, because for people to participate in something in a mass group like that, I think a lot of it comes down to frequencies, man. I'm starting to realize that a lot of the way we operate and the things that we do has to do with frequencies. And so I wonder, you know, when the world is praying, everybody's doing good stuff, it makes things positive. When everybody's being negative and being super demonic, I mean, look how bad the world's getting.
Yeah.
There's a lot less God in the world than there was when I was a kid. And I used to think, you know what I'm saying? Like, you turn on the TV, there's a lot of God. You turn on the Sunday TV, a lot of God. And especially with cable, there wasn't as many channels, right? So there was fewer channels. So there was a message that was being disseminated. Now, people don't even probably watch cable much. They have Netflix, they have Spotify, they have, so you don't have to listen to commercials. You don't have to. So you can hide your view and watch what you want and think about what you want. And there's so many diverse views. It's crazy. Like, I just think that with everybody watching the same news, they're being, you know what I mean? Basically moved a certain way.
Yeah.
Correct.
And so when I was married, we were having a lot of difficulty, right? We went to church, we started going back to church again, and things got better. And it's not, it's not that saying God changed us, no. But when you're around people that are happy spirited and, thinking good vibes and stuff like that, that rubs off on you, and you start to think good vibes and you start to do good stuff,
That's right. And that's why they say people that are doing positive things, you get positive results out of life. If you're just a nice person all around, generally things come back to, give you good energy back. Karma and dharma, I think they have a place in this world, you know what I mean? And it sucks that Joe has given so much to this country, and this country screwing him over. It's sad. Very sad.
It's real sad.
Especially like Rufio, I saw they offered $1 million bail.
Yeah.
And his parents were willing to do all this crazy stuff.
And they canceled
Yeah. And they still said no. So it's like, but if you're BLM and you recorded Ashley Babbitt being shot.
Oh yeah, you're good. And you made $98,000 or whatever that guy fucking made for those videos.
Yeah, they actually took all that money from him, but
he'll get it back.
He's not in jail.
Yeah, and he's not in jail.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's like, it just shows you the difference, not to mention the billions of dollars that BLM, did in damage.
Right.
And our communities.
How many houses did their president buy just for herself and her family members?
Well, I mean, I don't really care about that per se, because, thefts can be dealt with and addressed, but the damage and the hypocrisy of the justice system. I mean, it's the equivalent to Hillary Clinton, the stuff in Haiti, or Bill Clinton and affairs, but yet still sit there and say that Donald Trump's a pervert. You know what I mean? Donald Trump stole the election, but yet she's an election denier. But then when she wins and they win, Joe Biden does, we're election deniers. You know what I mean?
Oh, she's already saying that the election's going to be, that we're going to steal the election, this upcoming one. We're going to cheat. So.
Well, yeah.
Because they know they're going to lose.
Election cycle, right? Yeah. Right. The red wave is coming, but they said the same thing last time, and I didn't see it happen.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing a lot of people get out and get involved with politics. This is the least involved that my group has ever been in politics. Like, when I look at my circle that I've been with in politics for 5 years, my circle's the smallest it's ever been.
Yeah.
I mean, in terms of everyone's moved, everyone's fled, everyone's gone to another state and they've gotten away, or they've just pulled back because they understand that going out and fighting is doing nothing.
Yeah. Or get you in trouble. Or get you in trouble.
Yeah, like look at Kanye, right?
Yeah.
That poor guy, he's going through it right now too. And they're just showing you how easily the media can destroy you.
Yeah.
And I think he's getting a taste of what we've been dealing with for years.
One thing we got to remind you, everybody, guys, just because they say there's going to be a red wave doesn't mean you don't have to go vote. Because you know what? If everybody thinks that way, then nobody's going to go vote, and then there's no red wave. So no matter what.
I think that's why they say it. That's exactly why they say it. They tell people that. Just like when they were announcing victories, and then later in the nighttime, the Democrats come along and take the lead. Because, I mean, obviously they're doing certain things. We can't prove it, right? I'm not going to sit there and I've seen videos, you've seen videos about certain stuff, and I think we can all agree. But it's been proven that if the media tells people that their person is already winning, that it stops people from wanting to go to the polls.
It does.
And so you see a lot of that on Twitter and Facebook, and that there's this lead here and there's a 20-point lead here. There's a reason why, bro, the Gallup polls and all that are reporting that we're going to win by 20%. Yeah. Because everyone sees how crappy stuff is. And then, but I see videos like by Steven Crowder, who goes to Texas A&M and walks around campus, and 99.99% of every kid says they're voting for Beto.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, well, why are you voting for Beto? I don't know, because my friend said they're voting for Beto.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. So we're at a point now where we just have straight zombies voting, man. They're not even voting with any integrity.
No, they're just voting. You know, oh, I like the color, I like the shirt he was wearing, or you know, they don't look up the facts and what they're doing. You know, like,
or gender or color of skin. I've noticed that too, because they're not going to vote for a straight cis white gender male that's Christian, right? They want a POC, bio POC, or whatever it's called, BIPOC, or whatever the hell people are. I don't even know what anything is anymore, right? But you can't be normal and run for office anymore. And that's kind of why it's an uphill battle for me. When people see me, they go, oh, he's a white guy. Oh, yeah, we don't want one of them. Yeah. So it's like, coincidentally, I'm running against a girl who's a Ukrainian refugee. So it's like, you know what I mean? Do I really stand a chance? It's not like she's running on policy.
Yeah.
But when you're running on your thing and you write on your little advertisement card, you're a Ukrainian refugee, all these people are like, well, let me vote for you. Like, what?
Yeah.
What does that have to do with saving kids?
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The SEIU union, so, you know, they have to invite every candidate down, you know, to give each one an opportunity to speak for their donation, right? So I went I went down there, and they're like, so why are you running for county supervisor when everybody in your district is Mexican and you're white? And I was like, what does that have to do with it? I said, I can speak more Spanish than my Mexican wife can, you know? It's just, that's all they thought about. That's all they cared about. So
this is where we start to equivocate to what they say as, I never understood racism, right? I never grew up in a racist area. Mm-hmm. And then the more democratic my city of Sacramento became, the more racist it's become. And what's funny is they've always said, oh, racist is Sacramento had KKK and Sacramento had all this stuff. I never noticed the violence. I never noticed the crime. I never noticed this stuff. Well, then we became democratic and we became very diverse. Yeah. Suddenly the crime is up, the racism is up, all this stuff is up. And I go, well, who's being really racist? And you start to think about it. It's the same people that it always is. The Democrats were the party of the KKK.
Yeah.
The Democrats were the party of the Civil War. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You start to realize that they are hate mongers. And what you do is you tell a lie enough times, people start to believe it.
Of course.
And I think that's what they're doing. They're just lying repeatedly to the point of which where their people are just nod their head and they're like, yeah.
Well, I got a story for you. So I have a friend. They were longtime friends, you know, through the Elks and stuff. You know, he was black and Muslim, right? But, you know, when we were at the Elks Lodge, he'd say our Christian prayers, you know, and his wife was white. So the San Francisco Elks Lodge, right? They wanted to kick him out because he's a black dude married to a white woman. That's how this is in San Francisco. So I went and started sticking up for this guy, doing all this stuff, right? We became really good friends. They invited me to their house all the time. Then I found out that his dad is buried like 20 feet from my dad in Lompoc. So after that, every time I go visit my dad's grave, I'll put flowers on his dad's grave too, right? So I sent his wife a picture the other day of it it's my dad's birthday. I sent her a picture of it, and she's big time liberal, right? Huge fucking liberal. She writes me back. She's like, gee, I wouldn't think a racist fucking Proud Boy like you would put flowers on my dad's grave. This lady I've known for 10 years and the one who stuck up for her and her husband when they were getting treated bad by racist people is calling me a racist just because I'm like, you need to stop watching the fucking news and why don't you ask me yourself what really happened? You know?
Yeah, dude, it's disgusting, bro. I had my niece, same thing, bro. My niece, I went and saw her graduate from high school. And I'm talking to her, I meet her boyfriend and stuff, and you know what I mean? And they're talking, and she tells me, she introduces herself, and she tells me her gender. I'm like,
me?
What? Like, why are you telling me you're pansexual? Like, I don't understand. You know what I mean? And I think that's where we're at with society, bro, is it's so broken.
It is.
It's so broken. And I mean, the fabrics have been torn and shredded and then burnt with lighter, and it's like, I don't really know what we're going to do. You know what I'm saying, Eddie? I just think that we've really got to keep fighting at the grassroots level. Anybody listening, if you're not doing something productive for your community and you're literally just sitting on the internet complaining, you're getting what you're giving, okay? And what I realized was you can't just sit back and complain. The internet is a great place for inactivity. It's great at night, which is good. I mean, we can sit here and talk about things, which is good. But you need to get behind someone at a local level, a school board member, a city council member, a good sheriff, Get behind people at the local level. Start finding young kids that we can bring up that have good values that haven't been destroyed or slandered or labeled, and we can give them good ideas. You know what I'm saying? Because we are not doing enough as conservatives to secure our kids' future. We're just running away. We're like literally picking up our stuff and going somewhere else, and then the liberals follow us and destroy our place.
Yeah.
You can't address it if you're running away. You're constantly running from the problem. And where are we going to run to when we're out of places to go? When Idaho is saturated with liberals and Wyoming and Texas? Because look at Austin, bro. Austin is San Francisco of Texas.
It is.
So let's be real. Texas isn't what we thought it was, right? Oh, there ain't no gay stuff going on here. There's none of that. Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
Because no one's really doing what they need to do, which is just stand strong. Don't let people bash you, because really it doesn't matter if you stand strong and your family loves you and your friends still support you. Just keep doing what you're doing. But you need to support someone at a local level. And that's, I would like someone to know, if they're listening, just get behind somebody. And next election, you got 2 years to plan from now on. After this election, if we don't win, or if we do win, let's figure out a way to secure our kids' future further. You know, don't turn around and run. You know, all I can say is be prepared for a fight, because I've lived here my whole life and I don't want to be forced to go. I want to stay here. California is beautiful.
It is.
You know?
We got some great sites here. Right on, Jeffrey. Well, so check it out,
Appreciate
Jeff. Dude, once again, tell everybody what you're running for. So if you guys are in Sacramento area, vote for Jeff. He's gonna do it for your kids. His kids aren't even in school, because he loves his kids.
No, I got
much.
my son is, well, technically what's weird is, so my son is chartered. So I chartered through the same district. So my kids technically are given the same curriculum. I just get to give them the curriculum instead of it being presented by a liberal progressive, right?
Yeah.
So I homeschool my kids, but they're in the San Juan Unified School District. I'm one of the only board members that will actually have kids. Okay.
Wow.
The other 5 members, only one has kids, and her name is Zima Creason, and she is coincidentally the woman who is endorsed by the Sunrise Movement, which is all about the new Green Deal. So these people are all about equity. They're all about graduating people on a spectrum. When they handed me the packet of paperwork that was the new curriculum that we're going to adopt in December, and you realize how disgusting and perverted and over-sexualized everything is, I mean, it's just sad. So yeah, I'm in Sacramento, District 5, Orangeville, San Juan Unified School District, and it's like near Folsom, in between Orangeville, Citrus Heights, Fair Oaks area. So that's where you can find me.
There you go, guys. And don't forget, he's a prudent patriot. I'm going to put his link down again. You know, go watch some of his videos. Help him get ahead on this, because he's got a lot of important information he needs to get out. And I'm going to help you too, Jeff. We got to start working together,
Thank you so much, dude.
Yeah, man.
You're
I love you so
yeah,
much,
like I said,
man.
now I can go live whenever I want. So if I'm out and about or whatever, but yes, so let's set up some more regular conversations and get whenever you got time.
Anytime, bro. Anytime. In fact, so me and Guillermo are working on a show pretty soon, so maybe we can bring you in. You can help us out with it. You know Guillermo, right? The radio station.
I do. It was the one that Venmo used to be at, right?
Yep. Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
So right on, bro, man. Love you, man, and keep doing what you're doing. All right, buddy.
Thanks,
Catch
Eddie.
you later.
Bye.
Bye. There you go, guys. You heard it from the one and only Jeffrey Perrine. Don't forget to go like his videos and all that good stuff. Oh, sorry, I wrote something wrong. Anyway, so yeah, that's Jeffrey Perrine, guys. You're gonna love him. You guys have seen his videos all over the place, I'm sure. He goes viral every time. He's a great guy. Man, I'm starting to get sick, I think. He loves his kids. I mean, he's technically a Mr. Mom, right? He helps his wife. She has a great business, so they can afford that he can stay home, and he homeschools his kids. The right way, though. The right way. He doesn't just homeschool his kids and let them watch videos. No. He sits down there and he works with his kids every single day. Great man. Great man. I'm proud that he actually calls me a friend. Right? So there you go. Go check out Jeffrey Perrine. And it's Perrine. I used to say Perrin. It's Jeffrey Perrine. Great guy. Great guy. Anyways, guys, where the heck is Drunk Uncle? Surprised he's not here yet. So tomorrow, I just found out tomorrow we're going to have an interview with another young lady. She is the vice president of Latinos for Trump. You never get a notification, Mr. Nice Guy? Oh, you just missed it. One of your brothers who's running for Sacramento, we just had him live, man. We just had him live. And Aiden's been coming into the show every single day, Mr. Nice Guy. Your boy. All right, go get some dinner. You know what? I don't think Jeff's ever told me your name, Beauty. I'm sorry. It's funny. So Jeff's wife, she's also disabled like I am. And he's like, Eddie, my wife is your biggest fan. She loves you to death. And I was like, no way. That's cool. That's cool. So enjoy your guys' dinner. You know, have a great time. And if you guys want your nails done, or guys, if you ladies want, she does nails, I think, right? If you want your nails done right, go check out Beauty Babe. That's what she does. I think she does nails. It's some kind of, I'm a guy. I don't know about this stuff. She does some kind of beauty stuff. You want to tell them what you do, go ahead. Go ahead. Anyway, so yeah, so my friend Jennifer Lowe, you know, Jeff knows her too. Jen Lowe, we're going to show this here. She's on the Washington Post. So we're going to read her story. And then I was texting her. She's the vice president of Latinos for Trump. And we're gonna call her tomorrow. And I also have the president of Latinos for Trump, Elza. She said I can call her. And she gave me another number. That's the other one. Let's see, what else did she say? Oh yeah, she's talking. So then she asked me the California state director. So we're gonna interview the California. Wait, what is RSV? What the heck is RSV? All right, guys, we gotta say a prayer for Mr. Nice Guy's little boy Lincoln. RSV, what is that? RSV. Respiratory syncytial virus. It's an infection. So that means it can go away, right? What is it? Let's see. Respiratory system virus is a common virus that causes mild cold-like symptoms. Most people recover in a week or two, but Lincoln's only, what is Lincoln, like 6 months old? But RSV can be serious, especially for infants or older adults. Wow. Bronchitis, inflammation. All right, guys, everybody say a prayer for Mr. Nice Guy's little boy Lincoln. Man. Here, we're gonna do a shot for Lincoln. Lincoln, I've never met you yet, bud, but I love you guys. So I love Mr. Nice Guy. I love his son, Aiden. This is for Lincoln. Man, I'm so sorry. That's not cool. He's going to be all right, though. We're all going to pray for him. You know, God's going to work great ways for him. God's going to work some great ways. You know, Lincoln's going to be a good little man. Anyways, guys, let's not dwell on the bad stuff right now. But say your prayers for Lincoln. We'll bring it up again later on. So this is from, hell yeah, he'll beat it. If he's a tough guy like you, Mr. Nice Guy, he's going to be all right. This is my friend Jen Lowe. In fact, there's a picture of her right there. Let me see if you guys can see what you guys see. All right, yeah, I'm covering her up a little bit. Jen Lowe is a very beautiful girl. I used to have a big crush on, I still have a big crush on her, but she's married, I think. I don't know. I've always had a crush on Jen. She's a sweetheart. You know, I like my Latinas, right? So it says, Robert Searle is a professor of journalism and public policy at the University of Southern California. This is the Washington Post. I always get mixed up. Which one is the good one, the Post or the Times? I think it's the Post, right? So it says, why the Latino vote will surprise us for the next 20 years. The recording of racist banter by LA Latino council members is a sad museum piece. These veterans of ancient battle for Latino empowerment failed to see how today's Latinos, especially the young, are redefining identity politics in a way that will become evident in the midterm election results. This older generation of leaders relied on raw population growth to attain power. Many advocates and analysts still peddle the sleeping giant view of Latinos as an ever-growing bloc. Others portray them as swing voters up for grabs on a national scale. Both views understate the proliferation of Latino political aspirations. Hispanic eligible voters jumped from 14.3 million in 2000 to 34.5 million this year. Geographic dispersal and economic segmentation accompanied that growth. The resulting differences go far beyond disparities based on national origin. Cubans versus Mexicans, for example, and the like. The new Latino polity, what is polity? I don't know that word. Is thoroughly made in the USA. Local conditions and national trends influence Latino voters as much as anyone else. Let's see. One of the polls of the LA recording insisted that blacks should not hold Latino seats. After a 40-year career with notable accomplishments, Gil Cedillo, 68, lost his primary to a candidate less than half his age. Well, good. There needs to be term limits on everything. Rather than touting her Hispanic identity, Eunice Hernandez rallied a diverse coalition around anti-establishment agenda that worked for progressive Democrats everywhere. It says, meanwhile, young female Mexican Americans are simply campaigning against the local political establishment in South Texas. All are challenging seats held for decades by Latino Democrats like Hernandez. But at the other end of the ideological spectrum, these Republicans offer generational change and polarized messages for address dissatisfaction with local conditions. In LA, Hernandez captured the angst in rapidly gentrifying city neighborhoods by condemning a Latino old guard she said was beholden to the developers. On abortion, meanwhile, a recent survey shows significant differences among Latinos by age, education, and religious affiliation that now more or less mirror the general population. Foreign-born Spanish speakers are far more likely to say abortion should be illegal than the native-born English speakers. Greater exposure to U.S. politics produces divisions similar to those in the general public. Let's see, where are they bringing Jen? Where's Jen at? Republicans find good news in polls that Biden's approval rating is 15 points lower. Well, nobody likes Biden right now. Oh, I guess they just show a picture of Jen, maybe. But yeah, this is my homegirl, Jen. Jen Lowe. Oh, well, I guess she has a new name now because she's married. I have to ask her when she got married. So yeah, so we're going to have the Latinos for Trump vice president on the phone tomorrow. This girl right here, you guys can talk to her. She's a great person. Oh, let me text Drunk Uncle, see where the hell he is. Hold on, I got to respond to the president. Let's see. Where was I? Texting Drunk Uncle. Drunk Uncle, where are you? Watch, he's probably getting on right now. I forgot he's got jiu-jitsu today, maybe. Something had to go wrong. All right, guys, let's move on. So, I showed you that one video I was going to show you. What am I doing next? What are we doing next? Do we show you this video? We showed you this video. Okay. All right, let's get back to the news. Get back to the news, guys. That's not what I wanted. Here we go. All right. I don't know where the heck Drunk Uncle is. That's kind of worrying me. Hope he didn't get in an accident or nothing like that. It is wintertime. People start driving crazy. Democrats are worried. Arizona Senate race moves closer to GOP pickup territory. Masters says Kelly is floundering. All right, Blake Masters. With less than 2 weeks to go before the midterm elections, the Cook Political Report adjusted the ratings in Arizona's Senate race from the lean Democrat to a toss-up, suggesting the GOP's chances are improving in a crucial race that could determine which party takes control of the Senate. For several months, Senator Mark Kelly, Democrat of Arizona, maintained a lead in the Senate race against Trump-endorsed Blake Masters, but the new rating reveals an apparent shift in the race. Now, guys, real quick, we just talked about this a minute ago with Jeff. If you're in Arizona and you're in this person's district, don't forget to go vote. Because you know what, people are busy, right? You know, you're at work, I got to take off work, I got to go vote. And you're like, well, he's leading anyway, so I don't need to go vote. It's okay. Don't do that. Because what if you're not the only one that does that? You have to go out and vote. Your vote is your right. Your vote is the most important thing that you can do in your life to protect yourself. Sagittarius, looks what he says. Father God, help Lincoln in the name of Jesus. Father, I pray that you place the right doctors and nurses with him. Give his lungs strength and a supernatural ability to heal. Amen. 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 We love Mr. Nice Guy. We love him a lot. He's a good friend of the show, good friend of mine, proud American, right? So don't take this stuff though, folks. Like Jeff said. And that's another thing that they're doing when they're saying, well, we're losing, right? You know what that does? That makes sure when you know that your candidate's losing, you're gonna make sure to get your ass down there to vote. They're trying to get more Democrats to come out and vote. You know, the ones that are like, well, I can't, you know, my back is hurting today. I can't go out and vote. That's what they're doing. They're trying to get those people to go out and vote. So don't let them. Don't let them take your vote.
I'm finally here.
There he is. Hold on. Let me add him up in here.
I thought it was a 20-minute conversation I was having. Then I looked at the clock and it was an hour long.
Wait a minute. You thought you were having a 20-minute conversation? Come on. It's a drunk uncle. We know you don't have, there is no such thing as a 20-minute conversation when it comes to you.
Yeah. I was talking to a customer that recently got, he hasn't swallowed the red pill yet. It's in his mouth and it's deteriorating.
Nice Guy.
He's ready to swallow it. So I figured y'all wouldn't mind if I'm
a little bit late.
Pulling somebody from they used to be a democratic socialist no more than a year ago.
Let me look at your Facebook right now. What the, whoa, wait, did you get kicked off, Mr. Nice Guy? Did you get banned for good from Facebook? It just says this content is not available now. You've been banned, huh? Frickin' commies. So how did today go, drunk uncle?
It was all right.
Yeah.
Kind of a tame day. Nothing
Crazy going on?
Yeah, nothing too special.
Mr. Nice Guy says, "What's up, drunk? Slam another beer."
Woo woo.
Actually,
PBR.
Before you do that, we're gonna have one together because Lincoln, you know his son Lincoln, right? His son Lincoln's not doing very well right now. He's got an infection in his respiratory system. So let's take a shot for his son. This is for you, Lincoln.
So.
Oh man, he's drinking that PBR stuff again.
It'll be a Bud Light next one, but yeah.
Man, so they kicked off Mr. Nice Guy off Facebook. I've been kicked. Who in here hasn't got kicked off of Facebook? I think everybody has.
I haven't.
You never got kicked off of, you haven't gotten Facebook jail even?
No. I've learned to stay off Facebook basically.
I got you. Everybody I know.
You probably go on Facebook and you'll see maybe 4 or 5 posts over the past year or so.
Yeah. What's up, Eva, look, come on then. She heard your voice, so now she knows she gets to come up. Come on. Come say hi.
Yeah.
She knows your voice, dude.
Yeah. I used to get on Facebook whenever I was drinking liquor and shit, and then wake up to all these arguments that I've started, and I was like, I can't keep doing this. I have customers that are Facebook friends. That's why I started doing the YouTube. I can stay anonymous.
Yeah, Wayne says
people
me.
YouTube comments.
Wayne says he doesn't use Facebook, so he's never gotten kicked off. Eva's never gotten kicked off. David Aguilar, though, says I'm working on number 6. Yeah. Yeah, so the thing that sucks, that's why I don't like when people message me on, I can't get Messenger on my phone anymore. So when I got kicked off of Facebook, I tried signing up again. Every time you type in Eddie Block, it's like, nope. Somebody try and start an Eddie Block Facebook page, and if you can, let me have it, because they won't let me. I have my new page, an old page that I had from 20 years, not 20 years ago, but from when my wife had a thrift store. But yeah, I can't I can't get in Facebook on my phone at all. It sucks. And like the person I'm talking to right now is all on Facebook, so it's like I don't know why I don't ask for her phone number. I mean, I probably have it somewhere. We went to college together. Anyways, but yeah, so what was I gonna say? I forgot now. You miss it. We had Jeff Perrine on. You remember Jeff, right? He's the Proud Boy that's a friend of mine here in Sacramento, and he'll go to the school board meetings and he'll call them all cucks and stuff like that. Remember him?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
we just had him on. He's running for the Board of Education in Sacramento right now.
Cool. I hope he gets it.
Yeah, so do I. I mean, it's gonna be tough, but I hope he does. We're in trouble. Ultimate Gamers here. Freaking Ultimate Gamer. You know, it's funny. So we have Ultimate Gamer and Ultimate Podcast, and they're both like, well, Podcast moved. He moved to Florida, but they used to both live in the same city. Anyways, so tomorrow we're gonna. Oh wait, tomorrow's Friday night, huh? Shit. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to have a show. I'll watch Live PD late. We're gonna have a guest on tomorrow, Jen Lowe. She's the vice president of Latinos for Trump. So she's going to come and speak about how the Hispanic voters are changing everything right now. Because the Democrats think they're all going to vote for Democrats. It might not be the way they think it is, though, guys.
Yeah, MSNBC was reporting on all these GOP-funded community outreach centers targeting Blacks, Hispanics, and Asians. No, of course, you go to the comments, just see what they're saying.
Yeah.
Oh, they're just trying to trick them. They're just trying to trick them. And I was like, a lot of those people at heart are conservatives. They really just don't realize it yet.
Let me look, Ultimate. Hold on, let me look.
Y'all do.
Let me look 1 second. Your premium benefit. YouTube Studio, here it is.
This is a cranberry, full of
This is an
ancient
egg.
antioxidant.
This is your brain. This is your brain. This is your brain on drugs. Let's see. Man, you know, I'll get up over 8,000, then I go back down. Then I get up over 8,000, and I go back down. I don't know why. Let's see, supers. Yes, I did. Ultimate. Oh, $5. Thank you, Ultimate. I did get it. Thank you very much. That's awesome. Thank you very much. Heck yeah.
Have y'all went over any news?
We went over a couple. What'd
y'all go
over? Probably nothing that you're going to talk about. Why? What do you got for us? What you got for us?
Just the hilariousness of Elon Musk walking in with a kitchen sink.
Oh, yeah, no, we haven't got to that yet. We haven't got to that. I got that up.
All right, cool.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that. Guys, so, watch it. Guys and girls. So, this story is about leaked photos of a Wisconsin women's volleyball team originated from the player's phone. Guys, girls, you do not need to have those kind of photos out. If you're trying to talk to somebody and they want to see you naked, don't send them a picture or a video. Why would you do that? Why would you do that, guys? I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I love it. Yeah, don't show your face, right? I love it. I'm not gonna lie. I love it when a girl just out of the blue sends me a picture. I've gotten them. Drunk Uncle, I'm sure you've gotten them. We love them. But just remember, you send it to somebody, and then they get pissed off at you, and then what happens? Or if they're just a jerk overall, they're like, hey, look what this girl sent me last night. Right? You got to be careful with that stuff, guys. You got to be real careful. You don't want to send those photos out. Hey, it is what it is, but still, guys. So, I guess the Wisconsin's women's volleyball team, I guess some photos got out. So let's see. Explicit photos of the Wisconsin women's volleyball team leaked online last week, which prompted a police investigation, had reportedly originated from the player's phone. So
yeah, is this like a photo or something? What the fuck?
I don't know. I'm guessing. But girls and guys, you know, people hack phones. They can hack your phone and get whatever pictures on there. If you're uploading stuff to the cloud, they can get them out of there too. It's not that hard. Drunk, you used to be a freaking, like, not stuff like that, but I mean, you used to do hacking, right? How hard do you think it is for somebody to hack your phone?
Your phone. I mean, it's way beyond my reach or how I would even approach it, but a few basic details from a search. Maybe if you can pull an IP address or something.
Okay, real quick, I gotta say something. Eva says, well, Eddie, I sent you some a while ago. Eva sent me some pictures of when she was younger, but they were not naked photos. Eva was not naked in any way. Was she wearing some tight clothing? Yes. But we're not talking about those kind of photos, Eva. We're talking about photos to where you can see nipples, where you can see booty, where you can see, you know, the vagina, stuff like that. Right?
Yeah. So did you watch the show, the Most Hated Man on the Internet on Netflix?
I did. Yes, that's a good show.
So wasn't that basically the premise? Is like that girl's photos got taken off the cloud?
Yeah.
And his whole website was all about these are revenge photos, but then it turns out that he had a hacker going through people's photos.
Yeah, that's all it was. He had a hacker, but it started out with just a hacker, but then once it became bigger, people started sending in photos.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, these could be private photos for yourself if for some reason you just wanted to do that and you don't plan on sending it to anybody. That don't mean shit anymore.
Nope.
Saying this, the computer is vulnerable.
Yeah, long time no see. How you doing, Lillian? It is very vulnerable. So it says here, the University of Wisconsin released a statement on October 19th confirming the private photos of the Badgers women's volleyball team had been circulating online without consent, prompting an investigation. A report previously said the photos originate from one of the players' phone. A fact. So why does one player have all of the girls? Is she like taking pictures in the locker room or something?
No.
I don't know. Man, now I got to look these photos up. Nah, just kidding. But I mean, folks, if you're going to take pictures like that, if you want to have a picture of yourself and say, hey, you know, I'm 20 right now, and I know when I'm 50, I'm not going to look like this anymore, go get a Polaroid. Get something that's not digital. Don't save it on digital because it's going to get out there. It's going to get out there. I'm just saying. And I tell you what, you're not going to find any videos of me because I don't do that stuff. Heck no. Have you ever done that, Drunk?
What, like videotaped?
No. Well, like sent somebody a picture of your Johnson.
Like once.
Once?
My face was in it. I was drinking a whole lot back then. And I was on testosterone.
Oh, is that what it is, Mr. Nice Guy? I'm not going to say the words you use, but that would make sense. That would make sense. Oh, well, it doesn't show the kitchen sink, but he walked in with the kitchen sink. It says, liberals are triggered over the Musk letter stating he bought Twitter to help humanity. Curtains for this place. In response to Elon Musk, so I guess, guys, so today they showed it on Crowder. That's where I saw it. But the liberals are all pissed off at Twitter because, you know, Elon Musk is buying it. And he went down there today and he walked in carrying a kitchen sink. You know, I guess I don't know much about what he was saying it for, but, you know.
it's like a troll dad joke. So I guess he tweeted something about whatever, and at the end he was like, "Now let that sink in," and then he comes in with a sink.
I gotcha.
So he's doing a play on words, like in a very like dad joke, like corny as fuck, but he's still like, "I don't care if you don't think this is funny, like I own you motherfuckers."
Yeah. He already fired.
I do sink drops. Bam.
He already.
Now, when do y'all clean that?
Wait, he already fired the CEO and the CFO, according to Charles. Did he? Did he fire him? I don't know. But anyway, so the liberals are pissed off. And what percentage of Twitter are liberals, I wonder? What? Do they even, I bet you they have that number somewhere. What percentage of Twitter employees are liberal? Twitter is so liberal that its conservative employees don't feel safe. This is from 2018. I can believe that. He said, "Let that sink in." There you go. Yeah, Mr. Drunk Uncle, Mr. Nice Guy, and Drunk Uncle are right. But wow, that's crazy. Yeah. So when do you think President Trump's going to be allowed back on Twitter?
Pretty soon, but he said he's not coming back, and he wants his platform to grow.
Yeah, that's true, huh?
If he comes to Twitter, a lot of people will probably stop using
True Social.
Truth, because I'm sure there's a decent amount of people that are only on there just to get the messages from him.
Right.
That don't really engage. I mean, I have it, I think, but
True Social.
Remember. Yeah.
Yeah, I have it. I don't know. Anyways, but yeah, so
it's like I don't do Twitter either, but I still get notifications from like Hamzat or Nate Diaz. So even though I'm not active in Twitter, I still see what's going on.
Right. Oh, you know what? I gotta see if I can call this chick. Hold on one second. I gotta text the president of Latinos for Trump. I'm gonna turn this down. What about the what's her name? Myra? Myra, that's it. I wonder if I could get this girl's phone number to call her. Anyway, so you guys know in Texas, this Latina, she took over a seat that's been Democrat for a long time for Congress, right? So she's a Latina, she's a Republican, was blocked from joining the congressional caucus, the Hispanic caucus. She's Hispanic, but they wouldn't let her join. So let's see what it says. Democrats who run the Congressional Hispanic Caucus have blocked a freshman Latina Republican lawmaker from joining the group. Myra Flores, who flipped a long-held Democratic House seat along the U.S.-Mexico border earlier this year, said she was refused admission by the CHC because of her party affiliation. As the first Mexican-born American congresswoman, I thought the Hispanic caucus would be open to working together. The denial once again proves a bias towards conservative Latinas. What the heck is that? So the CHC has defended its decision by saying the organization is for Democrats only and that Flores holds extreme views at odds with its mission. Wow. Wow. It's a Democrat propaganda tool. For Twitter, yeah. Ladies Night 2023. Taylor Dane. I haven't heard that one in a long time. So you know what she told him? She says, I don't need your help. The Hispanic community doesn't need them. We're the real voice. We're the voice of the Hispanic community. She basically just told them to go fuck themselves. Good for her. Good for her.
You go, girl.
Right? Shout out to Myra Flores. You never know. I know enough people that know her. Maybe I can figure out a way to get her on the show. Let's see. Catholic leader blasts human rights court for absolving feminists who aborted Jesus on the altar. What the fuck is this? These people are psycho. A U.S. Catholic leader called for the European Court of Human Rights to be disbanded after it recently ruled in favor of a feminist who interrupted a Catholic mass while topless and aborted Jesus on the altar. What the fuck is this? Eloise Bouton stands at the altar of the Madeleine Church in Paris holding ox livers in protest against the Catholic Church stance on abortion. Written on her body at the time was the French phrase 344 salope, which translates into the 344 slut. Wow. What is our world coming to, Drunk Uncle? Women are proud to be sluts now?
So, who are these people?
Okay, so this lady walked into a church in Paris.
Okay.
And she walked in topless, and she was carrying ox guts. So she made it look like she pushed a baby out of her vagina and called it Jesus and says, "I just aborted Jesus."
She's on drugs.
And then she said, "I am the 344th slut." So she's proud to be a slut. Why are women all of a sudden becoming proud to be sluts?
It's just the new thing to do.
I don't get it. I don't.
Human beings are so easily manipulated.
Are any ladies in here proud to say that, hey, I'm a slut? If you are, that's fine. You can say it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I really don't. Maybe she's mad because... no, I was going to say a bad joke. I won't say the bad joke. I was going to do a Catholic joke. I'm not going to do it. Not going to do it.
At first, when you were reading it, I thought it was somebody that was in the church that done this display.
Well, she was in the church, but she wasn't part of the church.
Not like a priest or a father.
Oh, I gotcha.
Or something. Somebody that worked there.
I gotcha.
No.
Well, damn it! So I had this story, and it was called "North Carolina Woman Gets Fined for Doing Something with Cans." So I was gonna ask everybody what she had done to guess, but now I can't because it tells you right here. North Carolina woman is cited by police for shooting Mountain Dew cans in her backyard. Don't do this. Whoa. Hello. Look at can you guys see the picture? Yes, you can. You guys can, I can see everything through this shirt on this woman in the white. You can see everything. If you had been, it's not something you'd be proud of, right, Eva? Find the right passions. Nope, not me. A North Carolina woman was issued a criminal citation this week for shooting at cans of Mountain Dew in her backyard. Gastonia. Do you know where Gastonia is?
Yes.
All right. It says Gastonia Police Department officers responded to reports of shots fired in the neighborhood and found a 64-year-old woman who said she was firing a revolver at the soda cans because she didn't approve of her father drinking. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What's wrong with shooting Mountain Dew cans? Well, here's one. You can't just shoot your gun in the city, right? And shooting at them in the backyard, you got to have something behind it to protect the bullet from going anywhere else. That's what's wrong with it. It continued, there are much safer alternatives for disposing the beverages. The department added Guds and Diet Mountain Dew don't mix. Oh my gosh. I mean, normally you have like, you know, a whole bunch of dirt or sand or concrete, you know, to keep the weapon, the bullets from going through. You got to protect, you know, you got to fire a weapon safely, folks. You got to fire that weapon safely.
But that's almost blasphemy to have something against Mountain Dew around here. That's like the soda of choice.
Is it?
Around here it is.
Wow. Interesting.
That's why there's jokes like, you know, from Talladega Nights. Good. You know, because supposedly they lived, you know, around in the area. I'm all jacked up on Mountain Dew.
That's right.
That's why it's so, because we're from around there. And we know how much everybody loves their damn Mountain Dew.
So that's why.
That is why.
Okay, I gotcha. Get this. So,
the national average for a gallon of regular gas is now.
Stop. Biden says the price of gas was over $5 when he took office. Bullshit. Are you talking about when you took office in 2008 when you were vice president? Maybe. When you work in IT, you have to like Mountain Dew. So President Biden said during a Thursday speech that the price of gas was over $5 when he took office, despite the actual average of gas being $2.39. Do I even have to read this anymore? We know he's a freaking liar. You say pop, not soda. Yeah, so that's some stuff. So like my stepdad's from Minnesota. He doesn't say let's go get dinner. He says let's eat supper, right? Do you say supper or dinner, drunk?
Dinner.
You say dinner? I mean, like there's supper, there's dinner, there's all kinds of stuff, right?
Breakfast, lunch, dinner.
Oh, wait a minute. Senator caught on mic giving Biden some bad news. What could this be? What do you guys think the bad news was?
Is it from Schumer?
Yeah, it's from Schumer. Oh, so you already know. I don't know.
Yeah, so I won't guess.
Okay. I don't know. Well, let's read it. Schumer caught on hot mic telling Biden that Georgia's Senate race is going downhill for the Dems. Can we hear it? Let's see if we can hear it.
He is. That seat, we're in danger of that.
You can barely hear it, but he's like, yeah, we're in danger of losing that seat. Okay. All right, Musk now owns Twitter, and he makes a big move. What's the big move that he made? What are they going to say he did? Musk is taking the reins just ahead of Friday's deadline to complete the deal. He spent time in